Today, in the dating profile of the day, we'll go over this profile. Let's go over the profile first, because the pictures is where I think a lot of men need to pay more attention. So, okay, 27 years old, Chico, California. Actually, one of my best sexual experiences was from with a girl from Chico, California. I live nearby. She drove hour and a half to me just to have sex with me every time. That's how women used to be. Now it's dudes who are doing that. Okay. 27 years old, average build, smokes marijuana sometimes, single mother, has pets, all of the red flags, all and on and on and on. Cute but a little psycho, which means a lot of psycho. Staying sober, which means recovering alcoholic, which again, it's kudos to those people who are in recovery from either drugs and alcohol and everything, but it is a very tough sell. I've dated a girl one time. It didn't even know she was an alcoholic. She was a functional alcoholic, but essentially you're always having to fight the demons with her. And again, I just don't want a girl who comes with such a huge baggage, right? So I mean, overall, as you can see, this is a no on many different ways. But let's look at her pictures, because that's actually the reason I brought this profile up, right? Look at a picture right away. You can see that this is a fucking scanned photograph. This is not taken by a phone. Now, it looks like she also applied a filter on top of that, but it's obviously a scanned picture, which makes me wonder, when the fuck was it taken? You know what I mean? Who even has a camera that develops pictures at a grocery store? So already, then we have this picture. Any girl who sticks her ass and tongue out usually is a bit of a hole or a lot of a hole, but sticking the tongue now out is usually an indication of that. If you guys didn't know, whenever a girl sticks the tongue out like this, it is a no right away. But look at her body here. Not a bad body, relatively thin, right? Her booty's sticking out, relative nice body, right? This is why it's important to remember, because okay, now we see a tattoo right here, right? And as you can see, her face and a nose ring, right? Okay, so there's more red flags and red hair. So normally this profile should be swiped left on a long time ago, but again, we're just trying to analyze the pictures. I don't think she looks too similar to this girl. This girl's kind of skinny. This one and this one and this one is not. So this is a problem that a lot of women have. Well, this is your problem. A lot of women do this, where they'll post the skinny pictures of themselves from 5, 10 years ago, and show up with an extra 20 pounds. Now, in this case, this girl's actually posting her recent pictures, so you can see that she's full of shit when she's posting these pictures that are obviously scanned from a photograph from probably like 10 years ago, right? And look at the way look at her left hand, right? Again, a lot of guys don't notice this. This is perfectly positioned hand, and you will probably start noticing this in many other pictures of girls in the future. This is very important. This is when a girl is covering up her belly. As you can see, she's not doing a great job, so you can see there's definitely a belly, and she's covering that up. And look at this picture again compared to the other picture that looks like it was scanned from a photograph. This is a skinny girl. This is a skinny girl, but it's obvious it's been a few years since then. This is what she really looks like, with probably 20 extra pounds. And the fact that she has to cover her belly tells you that she is trying to lie to you here, right? She's trying to appear skinnier than she really is. When she shows up, by the way, don't be that surprised if there is more to it than even this picture. This is why it's very important to analyze the pictures. Like last week, I also taught you guys how you can use AI to analyze which cities are she's visited when she takes pictures in with some cityscapes behind her, whether these are just regular cities that she visited her relatives at in America, or these are Dubai and Paris and so forth. That's important to know, because you want to know who funded those trips. Whoever it was, it's always bad news, even if it's herself. And you can also do the same thing with clothes and bags and shoes, where you can see, is this a $40 bag or a $3,000 bag, right? So these are all things that you should do when you analyze the pictures of a dating profile. Now, I said this many times before, don't bother doing it right away, right? If and it's especially, and if you're just looking for a girl to bang, then it's like, if she's bangable, then just fine, swipe right and see what happens. But if you're looking for an actual potential relationship, then just look for red flags, right? If she's got nose rings, tattoos, okay, fine, swipe left. Absolutely, you should. But if there's nothing wrong with the pictures or the main even picture, swipe right, and then only if she matches you back, which happens very rarely, less and less so nowadays, then go and see if the profile is good. Now, a lot of guys will go back, see the red flags, and still ignore them because, wow, this is so rare. A girl matched with me. Guys, I hate to tell you this. Even if she matches with you, if you see the red flags where this woman will make your life worse than it is now, right? Whether you will be left with less money for nothing in return, or she's just trouble and will take peace away from you, you're better off with your left hand on the Pornhub. So even if the girl matches, go analyze the pictures, go analyze the profile like I do for you every day, and make the right decision for you, not just immediately because, oh my God, this is the only girl who matched with me this week. So think about that. Okay, The Rock says, what is the average attractiveness level of a Thai woman who are available and not hookers? 4, 5, 6, 7. How about Philippines women attractiveness? Okay, so I can always speak for myself, right? First, let me tell you, I have some friends who are either dating or married some average at best women and think that they are fucking the hottest women in the world. Okay, just so you know. And there's some men who specifically attracted to either Asian women in general or Thai women specifically. Me, unfortunately, and I know you guys probably wondering, Alex, you came to Thailand for a better dating scene, and yet you're not really that much into Thai women. Why are you there, right? It is true, but I am here for so many other things. My life is so amazing here. And I've been to over 30 countries to know that this is the right place for me. And then the dating scene has been corrupted in many other places. I was just in Kenya. It is what it is. So for me, unfortunately, an average girl here is probably a 4 or a 5, which is essentially average, right? Now, I have seen women. The problem for me is also like I've dated black women before, so I'm an ass man, and I really mean it, right? So I have seen some decent looking women here who would walk by me and was like, "Wow, what a beauty!" And then she'll be walking by, she'll be walking by, she'll be walking by, and I go like, "Oh, did she leave her ass at home? Is it for repair somewhere? She's gonna get it back one day." I mean, we're not. I don't need a big. A lot of people think, "Oh, ass man always want a big one." No, no. I just need the roundness. I need some sort of a curve here, not the. So, and that's very unfortunate for me. A lot of guys apparently don't mind the no booty thing, but I do. I need something up there, and that's kind of my problem. So, but again, I'm probably in the minority here. Now, Philippines, completely different story. Love Filipino women, love the dark skin, love the dark features and the hair and the booty, and also generally speaking, they're more sexual. They're more friendly. So I'm actually probably going to be going. My next country is probably going to be Philippines because it's nearby. So if I meet a girl there and we decide to actually seriously date, it's not a problem for her to move here. And even visit a couple of times before she decides to do that. So now, of course, the negative effect of Philippines is that every girl speaks English, so she's already under the constant corruption attack from um, Western mentality, and is much easier corrupted than a Thai girl who doesn't speak English. So that's my estimation. But again, I'm in the minority just because of my preference in women. However, there is still plenty for me to stay here because if no woman would be attractive for me, right? Then I'll be like, oh, I gotta bail, right? No, there's still plenty of them. The one that I swiped right on yesterday, as I described earlier, was someone I would consider seriously. Like I said, I think she is a 7 that probably would be upgradable to an 8. And for me, I don't need a 10. I don't need a 10 or 9. I just need a decent looking girl enough who is into, who likes sex, which is actually quite rare nowadays anywhere, I think. Who is a good woman, who gives me peace, who traditional and submissive. I don't need a 10. I don't need a 9. 7 and 8 will do. I think that's way beyond, above average anyway. So that should really not be a problem.
If you want to ditch modern women and move abroad for more traditional relationships, go to themillionmanproject.com, take my most comprehensive course, and change your life.